Hello, welcome. In this tutorial I'll be teaching you how to program using Python, and we are going to embed a little bit of English grammar into our tutorial. So this is how the program runs. Now, what it does is to select, we have a list of sentences, and it's going to select any sentence at random, and then it's going to shuffle the sentence. So as you can see here, it says successful runs here in a business of. Now you can see the words are not in order, so you have to figure out what the proper sentence should be. So I can say he runs okay, actually should be capitals though, in the Middle East. Oh, in the middle of a desert, sorry. The middle of a desert. Okay, so here's our program. We start off by, well, I've already written the list of sentences. Okay, I love Palestine with all my heart. Please subscribe to my channel, and so forth. It goes on like that. All those are sentences from the list. Okay, you can make just a few, maybe like 3 sentences, or 4, not one, of course. I'll write import operating system, random, and time. So as you know, if you've been following my videos, you know that operating system is going to help us clear the screen. The randomizer will help us select any sentence at random from this list, and time will set the timer so that after reading whatever you read for maybe 2 seconds, it's gonna refresh the screen, okay, and then let you answer the next question. So that's what it does. So now, we make a function. Define refresh screen. Okay, put braces there. Time.sleep. We want it to sleep for 2 seconds. That's that. And then the operating system. Now, for some programs, it actually works when you do this CLS, put this in speech marks. It works like that. Whereas for others, if you do like that, operating system dot system, and then bracket, you write clear. Yeah, it can work like that. But for this program, I will have to use CLS. Okay, so I'm gonna comment this out. So that's our function. It refreshes the screen. Now we're gonna make another function now. What this one does is it selects a random value like this here. This is okay, looks like a sentence, but it's actually counted as a value from this list, and then it's gonna shuffle the contents. But before it does that, it's gonna make each and every element in this value here. For example, I, then the dash, then love, then dash, then Palestine, and so forth. It's gonna turn this into another list. Okay, so how does it do it? Okay, so let's first of all write the comments. This randomly turn, split them, and then shuffle. Let's write it. Okay, fine. Select, let's call it select and shuffle. Yeah, select and shuffle. Okay, so remember we need to indent this. Okay, now first of all we're gonna call it this a new list, our new list. Okay, we're gonna initially have nothing in it, so initialize it. There's nothing inside it. We're gonna create a variable, so let's first of all write this, our new list starts empty. Now we're gonna create a variable, and this variable stores values that have been randomly selected from the list. Okay, so let's call it chosen. That's my favorite word when I'm using random values. Chosen is equal to random.choice. But the choice is coming from this list here called sentences. Okay, so we're gonna copy that and paste it right there. Random.choice sentences. So let's comment that. Chosen will contain sentences. Actually, let's say chosen will contain a randomly chosen sentence. Okay, to be more precise. Then But then we need to split chosen, because right now chosen only has something like this. I have Palestine, it has that, okay? But we need to split it into individual words and then shuffle the words later on. So we now let's say chosen 1 will contain split values. Okay, it will contain split values of this chosen. Okay, so I'm gonna put this in speech marks so we don't confuse it for any other word. It's actually a variable. Yeah, even new list, let's give it the right spelling. That's also a variable. Okay, that is a variable. In fact, let's copy that and then let's write it down here. So chosen 1 is equal to chosen dot split okay, split, yeah, chosen dot split. Okay, so that's interesting. That's good enough for now. Yeah, so now we are going to we shall shuffle chosen 1. Okay, we shall shuffle chosen 1. Yep, we're going to shuffle that. We're gonna mix words around so they're not in order. Okay, so how do we do that? We're gonna say for as long as a variable named x, you can give it any name, yeah, a variable named x is still within range of, okay, within range of from the start position, which is 0, of the list. Okay, now what list are we talking about? We're talking about this list here, chosen 1. It's a new list, it's another list, okay, and it's called chosen 1. Now forget about this here, we'll get to this later on, but this is chosen 1 and it contains split values. So it's a list in its own right, okay? From point 0 means the start. Now, like for example, in sentences here, the position 0 is this one here, and position 1 is that up to the end of the list. Now at this point we don't know what the end of the list is, so we can say length, which stands for length of the list, which is chosen 1, for x in range 0 to the length of the list, okay, which is chosen 1. What happens there? I'll show you. Let's indent that. We're gonna make a new variable. Now before we do that, let me first of all comment this. Yeah, for as long contained in the list of split characters, and this list is called chosen 1. That's what it is. For as long as variable x is still within range of the values contained in the list of the split characters, this list is called chosen 1. As long as x is within that range, starting from 0, the 0 position, yeah, from the first element, first value in that list named chosen 1. For as long as x is within that range, this is what's going to happen. I'm going to create a new variable now. I'm going to call it the out word. The word that's been taken out or extracted will be equal to, okay, chosen 1. Okay, so now we want it to be random. Okay, random dot rand int. Okay, so now we are setting a range for it to choose from. Okay, it's gonna be a range, a position basically. So it's gonna randomly choose a position from chosen 1. Now let's say if it's position 2 and chosen 1 has I love person, so it's gonna choose the word actually the word Palestine. Okay, that's position 2. Position 1 is love and position 0 is I. But remember, chosen 1 contains words that have been rearranged, so it doesn't necessarily have to be in this order. It could be in any order. So from rand int, okay, starting with position 0 to the length of chosen 1. Okay, minus 1. Now the reason why we say minus 1 is because when you're counting a list, you start at 0, 1, 2, 3. So if you say the length of the list, 0, 1, 2, 3 has four elements inside it, 4 characters, yeah, inside that list. 0, 1, 2, and 3. So if you say from 0 to 4, for example, it won't recognize. If you say from 0 to the length of the list is 4. So if you're choosing random positions from 0 to 4 and it chose 4, 4 won't be there, because, you know, even though there are 4 characters, the count starts from 0 to 1 to 2 to 3, and that's it. That's why we say minus 1, because then you get the exact numbers, which is 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, I mean 0, 1, 2, and 3. There are 4 of them, okay, but it's gonna choose from any one of these characters, which means position 3 is the 4th element in that list, the list of 4. I don't know if that makes sense, but I hope it does. Okay, now here we bring in the new list. Okay, this is where the new list comes in. Now what does new list do? What new list does is to store each and every word coming from here, and to keep adding. Every time another word is chosen out, it adds it to the new list. Okay, that's what it does. Now let's explain this in a minute. Variable outward allows the program to pick a random value from. Now remember, chosen 1 is a list of shuffled words. Yeah, chosen 1. Okay, from chosen 1, ranging from of the list minus 1. Yeah, minus 1. So we don't choose the length of the list being 4 characters. You don't choose number 4, because it won't know what position 4 is. If you still don't understand this, please, I advise you to go and read more, understand more about lists and how they work. Yeah, it's important. Okay, new list. Yeah, we say plus equals outward. Yeah, oops, outward. That's why I like double clicking this to get the exact spelling. Outward. Okay, but this is interesting because now we're gonna add a space. Yeah, now so we say outward plus the space here. Okay, so that when each time it enters a word, it adds a space at the end of that word. Okay, so that's why in the first part of our video you saw spaces after every word. Yeah, that's why you see a space here. Okay, so now let's comment that variable extracted from outward. Yeah, so each time a random word is got from outward, it's gonna be added to new list. Here's what we'll do next. Chosen 1, we're gonna remove outward. Chosen 1 dot remove. Okay, then we write outward like that. Yeah, because what we're doing now, we are removing. Now let's remove outward, okay, from chosen 1, because the for loop keeps going on. Okay, remove that word that we added to new list from chosen 1. Okay, before reading chosen 1 again to see if there's any more elements left in it. Okay, that's what happens. Okay, so now that's where our for loop ends. Now we're ready to ask a question. Before we do that, we're gonna display the shuffled list. Okay, so print new list. Now say print new list. This here. I'm gonna put this on a new line. Okay, we're gonna put it in a new line. So put the plus sign here to show that we're trying to combine a variable of list type, like that. Okay, we print that, and then we ask our question. Okay, now this is our last another. Actually, we forgot something here. We need to indent all of this. Yeah, so it's part of the shuffle here. Okay, time to ask. Now we need a user's answer, of course, for this question. So we say input, input. Now we want this also on a new line, and we want them to type the question. Okay, we say type here, type there. Okay, and then we close that, and we close that. Okay, and then we're gonna call a new variable here, or rather a new function that says check the answer. Okay, and we expect the user's answer. Yeah, that's the right spelling. We expect the user's answer in there, and we expect the variable of chosen. Okay, so let's try and comment this again. Ask a question, obviously that's obvious, you know, you want the user to enter an answer. But now call this function from chosen. Remember, chosen was the first list we got, the random values we got from that list there. So the user's answer has to match something like that. Okay, if we chose that, if we chose this, they have to match. This should be in order. Okay, yeah. So we didn't define this. We haven't defined that. We didn't define it. So let's do it. Okay. Now we already know what this does. Okay. So actually, you know what? Let's take this here and paste it here. Okay. Because that's what it does. So now I'm gonna indent that. Okay. Now checking the answer. Okay. Here's what happens. We're gonna set a condition here. We're gonna say if the user's answer is the same as chosen. The user's answer is the same as chosen. Okay. What happens? Indent that. We say print. Ooh, nice little message on a new line, of course. Let's close that and then write inside. Okay, new line. Okay, let's decorate it a little bit with some stars, and we call it nice one, or well done. Yeah, well done. Okay, but if it's wrong, what we do if it's wrong? Okay, what we do, remember to indent that. We print another message down there, and they say, or we can just be rude and say wrong. Anyway, so better luck next time, but we don't need to decorate this. Yeah, we're probably gonna put some exclamation marks here to show a little bit of a disappointment. Okay, and if all that happens, we call refresh. Hang on, refresh. Okay, we refresh this, and then we're gonna call this function, the one that says select and shuffle. You see that? We're gonna call it. Now remember, all this is happening inside of this function here. Okay, all that is happening inside of that function. Check answer. Yeah. So that's what happens in check answer. So we're done with that one. But if you look at our code here, now actually let me first of all comment this. Originally that if there is no match, and then what we do, give the user 2 seconds, refresh. Yeah, refresh it, then call this, start all over again. Now that's what this function does. Okay, so if you've been following, you will know that all these are just functions and they won't do anything unless they are summoned. They are called to do something. Okay, and that's where actually we call this refresh screen. Yeah, we didn't call it refresh, we called it refresh screen, or N. Put N here so it makes even better sense. Okay, refresh screen. Okay, now we need now to get this function here that says select and shuffle, because we know that what the list is sentences. That's where it starts from. So, and we put it down here. Yeah, we put it down there. Okay, so don't mistake it for this function is on its own. Okay, now this is where the program starts from. Okay, this is where the program should start from. Okay, by selecting and shuffling. When it selects and shuffles, it asks for the answer. Okay, and then the answer will ask for refresh screen, and then call this back again. Okay. Okay. We misspelled this. Chosen one. It should be capital C. It should be capital C. So that's the thing with coding, you know. Where else is it? Here. Should be a capital C. Chosen one is a capital C. Chosen one, capital C. Let's see. Chosen one, chosen one, chosen one, chosen one. Okay, that's where our mistake is. Okay, so now let's try and run this program and see. Wrote the, I would have said on the 4th, okay? But anyway, 4th Jan 2023. Oh no, what did I miss? Anyway, coffee question mark, like would me a to you buy. Okay, question mark, would you like to buy me a coffee? Well done. Yeah, then of successful they in runs he desert middle business. Oh, that's not easy, but I know the I know the question anyway, so it will be difficult for you. But anyway, he says he runs a successful business in the middle of a desert. Is it? Well done. Yes. World nationalities, many has this world. Now you see I wrote lowercase w, actually should be uppercase. Okay, this world has many nationalities. Better luck next time, because it was lowercase instead of uppercase. Yeah, so that's how the program runs, and I hope you've enjoyed it. Sorry about the little mistakes I made along the way, but it happens on every programmer anyway. Yeah, so thank you, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you think of it and what to improve. Thank you very much.